Life can change in an instant. For many wheelchair users, the struggle to push forward is a daily challenge.
After years of development and countless prototypes, we created Rib Grips, the revolutionary wheelchair hand rim covers with built-in ribs for ultimate grip and comfort.
No more slick surfaces, no more heat burns, just pure, reliable grip. Rib Grips, empowering you to push forward with ease. Rib Grips, get a grip on your freedom. Discover the difference. Visit ribgrips.com and use promo code GRIP today. You just found the perfect product that helps with staying cool during hot summer runs. No more gross warm water. Stay cool with this product from Gear Handle. This hydration tube cover helps keep your water cool and easily accessible. Stay hydrated during those long summer runs or even delay from freezing in the winter. Plus, they're compatible with various brands of water bladders and come in various colors. Visit gearhandle.com and use promo code H2O today.
Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. Before we get started with this really great episode, this really exciting episode with my special guest, I want to use this opportunity to thank you guys again so much for all the love and support of The Public Affair going on 2 years. I'm really excited about this episode too because I finally get to stare at a man for an hour and get drunk. I love the queens of The Public Affair, but there's nothing more that I love about this show than staring at a hot man for an hour and getting drunk and flirting with him. So that's what we're definitely doing today, all right? Before we get started, of course, also I want to give a big thanks to Rogue Media Network with Mike and Allison. And of course, we got a new editor out there, Jeffrey, looking scrumptious. He's Asian. I'm making him nervous. He keeps blushing. Jeffrey, I'm sorry, okay? Before we get started, also, let's go ahead and give a shout out to a few of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to you by Four Brothers Construction with my boy, Joe Olvera. He provides custom home designs and renovations. He also focuses on roofing, remodeling, plumbing, tree removal, electrical work, and more. Joe and his entire team of delicious snacks are building affordable dream homes for you. So make sure you call the number on the screen for your next appointment. I actually can't wait to buy my house. So that way I can watch them build my shower. He said I can do that because they're all fine. To Four Brothers Construction, thank you so much, Joe Olvera. You are the GOAT, bro. Of course, to my boy Frank Biza with B&J Refinishing. He focuses on resurfacing bathtubs, counters, sinks, tiles, and more to original showroom quality. Offers 5-year warranty on most work and has the best prices in town. He also rents inflatables, mechanical bulls, margarita machines, tables, chairs, a foam machine, and so much more, making all your parties litty kitty. Frank literally does like whatever you ask him to do because he's the GOAT. I love me some Frank Biza. Thank you so much for being a longtime sponsor of The Public Affair. Of course, to David Santabanez with Alinea Real Estate. He's the #1 sales agent in his office and he'll help you buy or sell your property. Make sure you follow him on Facebook at David with Alinea or call the number on the screen, darling, for all your real estate needs. I got to go house hunting with him last year. I can't wait to pick up and do that again so we can find that chateau that Four Brothers Construction can build my shower in and I can watch. Again, I'm reiterating that because they're fine, dude, all right? So David Santabanez, thank you so much for being a longtime sponsor of The Public Affair. Ooh, of course, the Pee-wee's Crab Cakes on the go in Hewitt, Texas with my girl Anika Armstrong over there killing it, serving the most authentic Cajun cuisine with a wide selection of signature crab cakes, seafood, pasta, and more. My favorite, of course, is the blackened chicken seafood pasta, which I love rolling around in. The top recommended is the Southern Fried Catfish Special, served with seafood pasta, potato salad, and 6 fried shrimp. Now, the fish is topped with who dat sauce, and I'm not going to tell you what it is because you got to head over to 108 Jim Drive in Hewitt or order online at orderpeeweescrabcakesonthego.com. Anika's also expanding. She's got some really, really great things coming up, and I can't wait to see what the future of Pee-wee's Crab Cakes on the Go is. Congratulations, Anika. And of course, I can't go on without thanking my boy Marcos Cordero at Midway Nutrition, located at 511 North Hewitt Drive. He offers meal replacement shakes and delicious teas. My favorite are the Honey Nut Cheerios, the Gladiator, and the Cherry Berry Tea. Absolutely scrumptious, just like he is. Head over there for a delicious meal replacement shake to my boy Marcos Cordero. Thank you so much for being a longtime sponsor of The Public Affair, bro. Best of luck to you. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. All right, guys. So like I said, I've been really, really excited to have this next guest onto The Public Affair. He's been all up in the DMs for about a year already, right? And normally when people are in my DMs begging me to be on the show, I kind of ignore them. I'm not going to lie, I do. Okay. But then I was like, you know what? I was going through the DMs over the weekend and I was like, let me see what this guy has to offer. And I was sold. And plus, he's a little bit cute to look at for an hour, like I said. Right? So without further ado, I would love to welcome young, up-and-coming MMA pro in the making, Mr. Jonathan Ochoa, to The Public Affair. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm honored to be here.
Yeah,
man.
If you get a little hot, Jonathan, you can take your jacket off. I promise. It's okay. Don't be scared to shed clothing.
It's pretty chilly here, man.
Yeah, you know, I've watched some of your videos on social media with the MMA fighting, and you guys love to be in certain positions with each other that I don't know know how you can do that and not get turned on, because I would immediately get sued for sexual harassment.
Man.
I would. Like, do you see some of the positions that they put them in for real? Like, it's sexy.
And it's pretty funny too, because you got some teammates who'll play around like that. Like, I got a couple of them. They be like, yeah, I'm like,
play around?
Chill out, bro.
No, don't chill out. I'm signing up right now. What are you talking about? Yeah, well, you know what? Thank you so much for coming on. Like I said, not to kind of put you on blast, but a lot of people will hit me up and express interest in coming onto the show. And in most cases than not, with all due respect, you know where I'm going with this, right?
Oh, yeah, I know where you're going.
And so with Jonathan, I was like, well, you know what? I always watch from the sidelines. I do, because nobody is never not allowed to come onto the public affair. Yeah. And so when I had the opportunity to go through your social media and see what you were doing and then talk to you on the phone, and plus you're cute, then I was like, okay, let's get him onto the show. So thank you for making the time to be here. I really appreciate it.
Man. I'm honored, like I said.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, you told me that you have one hell of a story, so I'm gonna want to do that. All right.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Now I know you're training and stuff, but are you sure you don't want a glass of wine, Jonathan? You can drink it from the bottle. I promise.
I'm sure, man.
It's Apothic Red.
I know. No.
Let's see what that mouth do, Jonathan. Stop.
Nah, man.
Are you
Not
sure?
today.
Okay, I'll just give some to Jeffrey, the new editor, to see if he wants some.
I'm pretty sure he will, man.
Okay, no, he's cool. All right, so why don't you introduce yourself to people who may not know who you are? Tell us a little bit about you and stuff like that, please.
Yes, my name is Jonathan Ochoa. I'm born and raised in South Waco.
Oh, Southside.
Yeah, man, born and raised, man. Yeah, I'm just a really simple, just a simple guy. I'm really cool. I'm laid back. I'm more out and open. I like to help people, man.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm more of those dudes is like, basically, I like to help everybody else before I help myself usually. Right. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just all about spreading positivity with me.
Okay.
So
it's so funny that that's your like MO, because then you're an MMA fighter in the making, so you're kicking ass in the ring. So how do you translate that and then kicking ass?
Well, I mean, it's still one of those things that you have to work on, man. It's like every once in a while you might catch yourself. You might get hit one good time. Yeah. Like, oh, how dare you? Like, you know what I'm saying? And
then it gets the best of you, huh?
Yeah. And then, but the main thing about it is like, I'm still learning. There's never a day that I don't learn something new.
Right.
I have the best coaches, best teammates in the world. So whenever I'm in there, you just have to be calm.
Okay.
You don't want to give that person that energy like they're in your head.
I got you.
So I try to walk with more of a swagger, just being calm, being fluid, just hey.
Like confident, not cocky?
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to let you get the best of me. I'm not going to let you get in my head. This is my fight, not yours.
Oh, okay. There you go. Can I just reiterate or just kind of point out there as well too that my last MMA fighter was on episode 8 of The Public Affair with Mr. Armando Fiterreal.
Yes, sir.
How about that? La Lumbre, I'm not going to lie. I was drunk as fuck on that whole episode. I'm not going to lie. I was drunk and he might have been... we were a mess.
He's awesome, man.
I love that guy.
He's a great dude, man. He's really he's helped motivate me a whole lot. So that guy right there, man, I trust him with everything he tells me.
Oh, that's good. I'm really happy to hear that. And I have to go ahead and just tease out there as well. I've also reached out to 2 MMA females that we have here in town. I believe Miss Desiree and Haley, correct? Now they agreed to do the show, but they never have time. So I mean,
they work extremely hard, man. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, those 2 women right there, I have the most highest respect for.
Oh, okay.
They're on my tail all the time.
Really?
Like, I don't like I don't really tell everybody what really happens a lot, but Haley's onto me a lot about a lot of things, and then Dez is the main one who's on my tail a lot. Right. But it's it's usually those are the ones you want around you, because the ones who on your ass obviously want to see you succeed. So those are the type of people that I love being around me.
Yeah. Do you ever get to spar with them? Or are you scared because they're ladies?
No, they're dangerous too. They hit just like dudes.
They look like they could whoop my ass. Like I'm not even trying to go there with them.
Literally, I remember the very first time, when I first joined the gym, I was kind of thrown in there automatically. Within I think it was about 7 months, I believe. Okay. My coach is like, hey, well, you want to come join the team.
Absolutely.
Forget boxing. Let's get into MMA, because I wanted to be a boxer.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, MMA is the best. And
gotcha.
I was nervous because it's just something different, but you can't be nervous to try something new.
Okay.
So
it's all fighting at the end of the day.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's the best stress reliever, man, because you could be at work all day and dealing with drama, and then it's like when you go there, man, it's like you feel great when you walk out the gym. But
Jonathan, I gotta beg to differ. That's not the best stress reliever. And I'm just saying that
because
as you guys can see, my foot is on camera. I'm still having to keep it elevated. I just had surgery a couple weeks ago, okay? And I was out of commission, if you will, for about a month. And I finally got some last night, and I was so excited. I just woke up happy as fuck. I started donating money to charity. I was like, I was just happy, okay?
You know what? Let me open up my Cash App. Who wants to get blessed today?
I was fucking donating money to things that I don't even know, all right? But I was going through this, so I beg to differ. Maybe fighting people for you is a really big stress reliever, but for me, it was last night. You know what, Jonathan? Before we get more into the fighting and stuff like that, though, can we get to know a little bit about your past life and stuff? Talk to us a little bit about your life growing up and such, please. Intrigue us.
Okay, so I mean, my life was a little tough growing up. It wasn't easy. We weren't had money like that or anything.
Right.
Grew up poor. A lot of the times, right. My real father left me when I was a baby.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he left my mom. Gave up the rights and everything. I know who he is. I mean, we've met. We're.
Are you cool?
We're cool.
All right.
I just learned that I can't hate in this world. You made a mistake. That's on you.
Right.
But I've grown from that. From a lot of trauma and a lot of bad things that I did. Have to go through growing up.
Okay, gotcha.
So so my mom, single mom growing up, working 3 jobs.
Damn.
And so most of the time I'm with my grandparents.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's more why I'm always comfortable being with my grandparents all the time. So my aunt, my uncle, they were there. They were both in high school. My uncle played football. My aunt did a lot of different things. So they were most of the time they were watching me.
Oh, okay.
And then my great grandma was as well.
Jeez.
So yeah, man, it was just like I was all over the place.
Did you have siblings and stuff too, or?
So yes, I have a little brother.
Or was Dad having kids everywhere? Like.
Well, that's a funny thing you say that.
That's what they do, right?
Yeah, he has quite a few other kids
those
too.
Damn men.
I actually, that's another story we could talk about too.
We can.
But. Yeah. Other than that, like my little brother, my half brother, he was separated from me.
Right.
He went with his dad to Kansas and that part of that family, and I was here with my mom.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah. So growing up, it was a little tough.
Were you angry?
Yeah, I was.
You were.
I had a lot of anger growing up. Dude.
Right. Was it a lot of it had to do with your dad leaving, or what was? I mean, was mom at least doing the best she can to raise all her kids, or what was going on there?
I mean, it was just me and my mom at the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah. My brother was gone. So growing up, I was angry. I didn't because me. The way I am, like I grew up way too fast, but it's because I put that on myself. I wanted to understand everything. I was like, why did he leave? Like, why don't even I get to know this guy?
Right.
And it sucked. I wanted to know all the answers. I'm like, what, am I not good enough? Like, what is this? Because, my great grandmother, she always seen me as the golden child. Like she felt like there's something I can do, to help others, like bring people together.
Okay.
So she showed me a lot of love. Like I wasn't spoiled with materialistic things.
Right.
She gave me a lot of love. So that was one thing that kept me, from doing stupid things.
Got you.
So I was right there. I mean, don't get me wrong. Me and my mom, we butted heads all my life.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It was me and her literally the same. Like, I mean, well, not anymore. I'm more calm now. She's still, hard-headed. And I mean, I love my mom, but it 23 years. I'm 28 now, but it took 23 years for me and my mom to finally really just like, hey, we're close.
No, I feel the same way with my dad. I've talked about that on the show. Me and my dad butted heads a lot growing up as well, because I was that kid that I knew I was right about everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? And me and my dad are the same as well. But now we're like best friends. Which is really
man.
great.
I mean, and then I went through stages. I got an adopted father, where I got my last name from.
Oh, okay.
Johnny Ochoa.
Oh, so
yeah,
that's gotta take a strike to some man's ego. You know what I mean? When his son has a different last name.
When he started dating my mom, I wanted a father. I wanted a father figure in my life. That was they got married. I took the last name, and he taught me a lot of different things. It wasn't, I'm gonna tell you one thing, like he loved me and so did she, but it was very tough love growing up.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I
mean, were they like throwing you out in the woods or something, or what are you talking about?
It was I had to be perfect, man. Like sometimes, like there was little mistakes that they were trying to teach me, like my mom and my adopted father didn't really like sometimes believe in ass whoopings with a belt anymore.
Oh, okay,
it was more like I'm gonna slap the shit out you or punch you dead in your jaw.
Oh, ouch. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's cool and all. Right. Like, you know, I learned from it.
Do you wish they would have took a different approach as far as the discipline goes? I think punching your kid in the jaw is like a little extreme, you know? I'm all for ass whoopings, Jonathan.
I'm gonna say it like this. My adopted father never did that. It was my mom.
It was the mom.
Yeah. Okay. I don't blame her though. My mom went through a lot of trauma too growing up. You know, so it was more of those things was just like they try to transition what they went through when you're growing up. Yeah. But you know, I always seen like, why can't we just change it? You know, it's not like I'm out here, you know, in the streets doing stupid stuff. Got you. You know, but I don't blame them. I wouldn't even change it.
Yeah, I got you.
Like, and I don't want nobody to sit there and think my mom's a terrible person. My mom's not.
You and your mom love each other right now.
We just, there was just so much going on, you know, and that's another thing that I want to talk about is mental health too. Cause it's like, you know, my mom and my adopted father, they all had their past lives and, you know, went through some things, but I'm not going to say it was like they were beating my ass all the time, but you know, it was just they were on me about staying on the right path, you know.
Do you think that was your mom a young mother?
Yes.
Okay.
My mom right now currently is 50.
But so is my mom, dad. My dad's 50. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. So I guess this leads me to my next question because maybe like you guys are kind of growing up together. Yeah. You know what I mean? Is that fair to say?
Yeah. I mean, it's cool, and like I said, I never hold any of those things, you know, above my mom. Like, you know, like I tell her all the time because, you know, sometimes parents be like, no, I never did that.
Oh, my parents do that shit too. My mom swears to God she never asked none of my cousins if I was gay.
Like literally, like my grandmother would protest about this. She'd be like, you know, I used to run away sometimes to go to my grandma's house. I'm like, she hit me. Like, and she was like, why you hitting him? Because he didn't do what I said. I'm like, I didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
So you were never, like, just to kind of clear the air for people to understand that you were never really physically abused by your mother and your stepfather. It's just, they were just a little bit harder on the discipline.
Yeah, it was just, like I said, it was just mostly because they never wanted me to go in the wrong direction.
Okay, so let me ask you this, but then we have to cut to break real quick. With all that being said, you're growing up without your real dad, okay? The parents are really kind of physical with you or whatever. How much of that translated in your life growing up as far as depression? Like, were you depressed and all that growing up?
Yeah, I would say that a little bit. I just felt like I wasn't appreciated for all, like, what I was doing. But I never held it against my adopted father, though, because when they split up, it was more like, damn, like, he's my father. You know, I need him, you know, because my mom and they had their little war, and they didn't want me to be here or there. So it was like I was mostly with my mom. But yeah, I mean, I dealt with a lot, man, because it's like I was like, why does it all seem like it's coming down on me? Coming down on you. You know, like I just want to be close, you know. Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I love them both, you know. I mean, and then I still have my stepdad as well now too. So. Yeah, man, it's just it did bother me a bit, but you know, growing up, you start to realize certain things that is way out of your control, and you're not when you're a child. You know? Got you. You know what? I definitely want to dive more into the life growing up and stuff like that because I have some more questions. Because I always feel like a boy growing up without his real dad, there's some shit that goes on, right? You know what I mean? Yes, and then of course I want to get into the MMA and all that. But before we do all that, I want to take a little break, okay? And when we get back, we're gonna get to learn more about Jonathan being depressed in his early ages. We're gonna learn more about his MMA career, his failed football career, and more. So make sure you guys stay tuned in. We'll be right back on The Public Affair. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this really fun episode of The Public Affair with Mr. Jonathan Ochoa. We had to take a little quick break because of course I want to give a shout out to a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is also brought to you by Elite Barbershop with my boy Cid Rodriguez, located on Hewitt Drive. You can call the number on the screen to book your appointment or download the Cut app. He takes walk-ins as well. He also has Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, and Isaac Chavez over there making you look super snackish. All of them have put hands on my head. Pause, darling. And they all make sure I look really, like, you know, cute for the show. You know what I mean? I love me some Sid. I followed him from barber school, all right? So Elite Barbershop, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Ooh, of course, the Banda's hauling service with Julian and Ana Banda. They rent dump trailers. You fill it up and they haul it away. They actually just picked up some tree brush from my dad's house yesterday, as a matter of fact. He was super appreciative because the city wouldn't do it. So Julian did it. You know what I mean? I always say it's one of those companies that you feel like you never know you're going to need it until you actually need it. They also do junk removals and haul cars in and out of town. Make sure you book now with the number on the screen. Julian and Ana Banda
that. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to J Pedal and Poke with Junior Fuentes, Thomas Roberts, and the entire family. I just had a crepe for lunch, an egg crepe. It was delicious. They provide delicious, savory Japanese crepes and poke bowls. They also have handcrafted Thai rolled ice cream for dessert. You choose from the menu or create your own, like I like to do, because I like to be in control, Jeffrey. Locations on University Parks Drive and Hewitt Drive. You can order online too at jpedaltx.com. To J Pedal and Poke, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Embrace Fitness with Lisette Luna and Amanda Switzerland. They are team group fitness classes that are fun and dynamic. They specialize in total body workout like Escalatin by Jackie and Zumba Step. Their classes are Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. You can also contact them to rent the building out for parties and small events. To Lisette Luna and Amanda Switzerland, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair with Embrace Fitness over there, making everybody look snatched, right? And I definitely want to give a shout out too, of course, to Lexus Auto Detail and Shine with Alex and Griselda Benitez. They're independently owned detail business. They came to my house the other day and I watched them detail the car from head to toe. It looked absolutely beautiful. They take their time, but they're worth it, you guys. They do it all right. They get every single corner, nook, and cranny. Set an appointment with them and they come to you. Contact them on the number on the screen or on their social medias. To Lex Auto Detail and Shine with Alex and Griselda Benitez. Thank you guys so much for detailing my car, making it look super cute, and sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys, think that's it for the mid-show sponsors. We're going to go ahead and continue with Mr. Jonathan Ochoa on this episode of The Public Affair. Let's go. Hey, guys, welcome back to this episode of The Public Affair with Mr. Jonathan Ochoa. Before we left for our break, we were definitely getting into some more of his personal life and a little bit of depression. And, I had a question about this as well. So you're growing up without the dad, all right? And then you said the stepdad and the mom left and all that, okay? Mm-hmm. And so you probably went through it a lot, okay? Yeah. And this is such a touchy subject, okay? So please don't mind me. And I feel like it's important to talk about. But I feel like a lot of people that go through something similar like that, the depression gets to a little bit overbearing, if you will, to where they get thoughts of, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Can you talk to us a little bit about that, please? Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mind at all. I mean, like I said, depression is very strong, man. It comes from the mind. The mind is the main thing that you got to worry about. I had my real father left, and then I had my adopted dad. He's still my dad. I don't call him adopted dad. I call him Pops. But
so you guys still keep in touch?
Yeah. Okay. I talked to him the other day, actually.
Oh, good.
And then I have my stepfather.
Okay.
I don't call him stepfather. I call him Ramon, or I call him Pops. So man. I mean, it's just different parts of my life where they came in, and they all taught me something, a little different. Mm-hmm. Like with my real dad, I barely still know him. Okay. It's cool. Like I see some similarities and stuff, but we still haven't just tapped into being like really, really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still working on that.
Right.
But with my adopted father and then my stepdad, I mean, I've learned a lot from them, and they've definitely helped me out. But yeah, so when it comes to that, man, depression can be very, very overwhelming.
Yeah, for sure.
I went through that at a very young age.
Yeah.
So many mixed emotions, because growing up, my uncle and my grandfather, they all played football and stuff like that. So all I ever thought about was just trying to make it to the NFL or something, or go to college, and then you're dealing with school, and you're worrying about, who you're going to be in school and all that. But at the same time, it's like you still got stuff that you got to deal with outside of school. Okay. I felt like school and football practice was my escape from the real world.
Okay, got you.
I know
it had to end eventually.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people were like, bro, like I can't stand school. I mean, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, for sure.
Shoes. I mean, but other than that, I mean, it's just it was overwhelming. I was sad a lot at school.
Okay,
I'm not even gonna lie. I really kind of am upset about, a lot of people who used to talk about that. Okay. I was a popular dude in school, but I always had something going on.
Right.
So everybody was like, oh, you want sympathy, you want people to feel bad. I'm like, no, I really don't. It's just like, just don't talk about me. You don't even know what's going on.
Okay. Well, a lot of people don't realize that. Yeah. A lot of people don't realize what goes on behind closed doors. I think that's a fair statement to say.
And like now, and I'm not going to name no names, I'm just going to say it, but a lot of people who I knew who talked about me in school, they're dealing with personal problems like that. Like all of a sudden, oh my God, I got depression. I'm like, I told you this.
It was real, yeah.
Yeah, but now it's like, I want you to go back on that and think about that. As many times you used to talk down on me and saying this and that, dude, like, it's strong. Like, you don't have control of it a lot of the times. You can be dealing with a whole lot, loss of a family member, or, you're poor, or we're worried about what somebody's going to say about you.
Yeah, for sure.
And, I went through all that, dude. I went through a whole lot in high school, like, especially with football. Like, I wanted to be the greatest to ever come out of University High School. Like, and I never got that chance. You know, I kept chasing a dream that, you know, they were never going to give me.
Right.
And, but yeah, man, I mean, I deal with a lot, you know, and it sucked. I really hope, like, in the future, if I have kids, I don't want them to go through that.
What was the extent of your depression? I mean, so you don't have no dads, right? I mean, your mom's with like 3 other men, and then, you know, not to put it like that, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, my stepdad was with me all through high school and middle school. Yeah,
but so like the real dad leaves, and then the adopted dad leaves, right?
Well, I mean, I had him a little bit, not as much though. It was like little here and there, but my stepdad was there for me. But you know, he worked hard. You know, my mom worked all day too, so it's like, by the time I'm getting home, I don't have nobody to talk to.
Yeah, for sure. You know, when we talked on the phone a little bit, and I didn't want it because I always like to save it for the show. Okay. So we talked a little bit, and then you mentioned thoughts of suicide. Yeah. Okay. So can you talk to me a little bit about that? And like, I mean, was all that related to that as well, or?
It was related to a lot of different things that were going on. At me as a child, or a teenager, certain things, I grew up way too fast and started seeing too much. And it was just all hitting me at once. Okay. You know, it's like, I tore my ACL my freshman year in football. I thought, you know, I didn't know it was fixable. I thought that meant like, oh, my life is over.
Yeah,
like,
I got you.
I'll never play football again.
Okay.
You know, but then, you know, like, for instance, when I went to go get the x-rays and all that stuff, you know.
They're like, it ain't been no big deal.
Yeah, they were like, oh, we can fix it, but you're going to be out for 9 months. And I was oh, man, like, that's my whole freshman year, man. Like, what the hell? I was dealing with that. You know, I was in love with a specific girl.
Don't tell me no girls. I don't want to hear nothing about no fucking bitches.
Come on, man.
It's true. I can't stand there when y'all. Anyway, let me not go there, please. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
we were young. Yes, I understand.
I had a lot of trouble with trying to get a woman that I wanted. Because I mean, I don't care what no dude says. You ain't gangster enough to be soft for a female. Okay. I don't care how hard you are. Like, oh, like I'm gangster. You know,
don't let these dudes fool you.
Yeah, Jonathan. Don't let them fool you, man. Because it takes that right one to get you out your comfort zone.
Okay, gotcha.
And make you like more, you know, soft. You know,
so then what? Did she leave you or?
No, it wasn't that. I never got a chance with this girl.
She just never wanted to be with you. Yeah, that was all.
So,
okay.
And I'm over here thinking it's a fantasy. Like, no, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to, you know, get her heart. You know, but it never worked out.
That didn't work out.
Yeah, that didn't work out. I mean, I tried to date in high school and it didn't work out. Right. I ended up dating like a normal little relationship for a couple months, but that was in high school.
That ain't shit, yeah.
But it wasn't nothing. But yeah, I mean, other than that, you know, I was dealing with that, you know, wondering who you're gonna be, you know, in high school. Like, I mean, I was known because, you know, I played sports and I had all the Jordans in school. Okay, because I worked at Foot Locker and all that stuff in high school. Okay. I was like, damn, so that's what I'm known for? Like, y'all don't even know like anything about me. Like, oh, that's Ochoa. He got all the J's.
Oh, so they're just thinking, oh, he's all about the glitz and the glamour, but nobody knows what's going on outside of all that. Oh, because he's got the new shoes.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Because,
all right.
You know, and that was another thing too, is growing up, like I said, we were poor. We didn't have everything, you know, like you had to, you know how parents are. They'd be like, you pick one white shoe and then that one colorful shoe that you want and make it last till Christmas.
Barely. Go ahead.
I was like in high school, I was like, man, I'm about to go into high school, man. I can't do that. Like, I'm not doing that no more. So I got a job my freshman year and
So how does all of that translate to your thoughts of suicide? I mean, did you ever attempt it, or was it just like, I'm not worth it because nobody wants me in this world? I can't get a girlfriend. I can't have a dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, that all did kind of translate into that because it was like we couldn't really catch a break a lot of the time.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, so it's like, man, I gotta make it, man. I gotta do something. You know, I gotta make it to the NFL. Or I gotta go to college. You know, I gotta get my family.
It sounds like you were putting a lot of pressure on yourself
because it was my great-great-grandmother. Like, she always said she saw something in me. And she was like, it doesn't matter the timing you never know when it's going to come. But you're going to make something happen. Okay. You are going to be that one. Right. So I always carried that on my shoulders. You know, I was like, yeah, you damn right. I'm going to. Okay. Like, I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what I have to go through. I'm going to get it. You know, some way, somehow.
So just to clear the air, were there thoughts of it or did you actually attempt it?
I tried to one time.
Okay.
But I didn't go through with it. I was just like, this is stupid. Okay. Like, this is ungrateful. Like, I can't do this. Right. Like, that makes me look weak at the end of the day. And then why would I do that whenever, you know, if I do this, that's going to be tough on a lot of people who love me. Okay. You know, like my mom, that's ungrateful. Like, I'm going to do this to my mom. Like, my mom doesn't want to be crying over my casket.
For sure.
You know, so it was a couple of times, but, you know, then I started realizing.
Oh, a couple times?
Yeah. A couple times.
Now, is this in your adolescence, like when you're a teenager, or?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, I had some in my adult life too. You know, it sucks. I mean, it's just like I said, the mind is a very strong thing.
Yeah.
But it's really up to you, you know, to, you know, really get yourself out of that dark place. Like, it's not going to be easy. And I know a lot of people like, you know, oh man, it's easy to do this. It's not. You really have to be willing to go through a shitload of, you know, just hard times just to finally see that light.
They say you have to hit rock bottom.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. And I still have right now. Like, dude, my apartment is empty as shit.
You can come live with me, Jonathan, if you want to. I had to throw some light in there, right? It was getting a little dark. I'm sorry. I said I wanted to be salacious on this episode.
You good. You know,
no, but for real, yeah. Go ahead.
I started realizing, you know, that, you know, some of these things don't make me, you know, like these, you know, because we live in a world where materialistic things matter. Like that's the main thing people care about.
Right.
No, man, like you got to care about who you are as a person.
I got you.
You know, and like I hate that, you know, and it's that's one reason why I don't really go out as much, and I don't really do too much because, you know, when you go somewhere, you know, I've actually been told, because when people find out that I joined Blitz and I was like, you know, I'm going to be a fighter one day, man. I'm definitely going to be a pro one day. You know, I had a female was like, oh, you're just a guy who trains. You're not a fighter. I'm like,
tell her shut the fuck up.
It's like, excuse me?
Jonathan, that's why I'm telling you, you can't be dating these bitches no more, all right? Get with this, all right? I'm open for business. Stop.
No, man.
No, you know what, though? So, you know, first of all, I'm really happy that you're here and healthy, okay? And, you know, I understand that, you know, a lot of people have come on the show and talked about their attempts of suicide, you know, and their depression as well. So I'm really happy to hear that you've been able to overcome it. Or, you know what, that's not fair to say. Are you overcoming it, or did you overcome it?
I'm pretty much like a little bit over it.
You're like
I mean,
90%.
I get my moments where I get down on myself, but it's nothing like that anymore.
Jonathan, that's when you hit me up. You know, that's when he hits me up.
I'm not even gonna lie. It's mainly because of one specific person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Should we get into it or not?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
People say no sometimes. All right.
Her name, well, okay.
Is it a girl?
Yeah.
Wait, maybe we don't have to name no names. How about that?
I'll name her out. You know?
Oh shit, we're not editing it out, Jonathan. All right.
Yeah.
You heard that, right? All right, go ahead.
Her name, and it's actually the girl that I have the biggest crush on.
Oh, okay.
Her name is Jennifer Chandavong.
Hey, Jennifer.
She's a Muay Thai fighter out of V-Fit Martial Arts in Arlington.
Okay.
You know, it was one of those things where I was kind of like, you know, trying to figure out if this is really what I wanted.
Okay.
You know, like, man, do I really want to go through with trying to fight, and, you know, or am I just kidding myself?
Okay, got you.
I had a jiu-jitsu tournament, right?
Yeah.
And nobody went. My mom's in the hospital. My mom was fighting COVID at that time.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, she was in the hospital, so it's like, damn, like, I ain't got nobody to go. You know?
Right.
And then, you know, she went. She was like, nah, I want to be there. You know, I'd definitely like to be there.
This was Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
The Muay Thai fighter.
Yeah.
Okay. Is she hot?
Huh?
Is she hot?
She's a beautiful soul, man. Yes. I can tell you that, man.
She sounds like she's hot.
She's very awesome. Okay. She shined a lot of light on me.
Oh, okay.
You know, for her to come out there and support me and tell me, you know, hey, it doesn't matter, you know, what place you were in, or, you know, you got third, whatever.
Right.
You went out there and did that.
Okay.
You know, not everybody can say they're going out to compete. You know, some people are, you know, don't have like the mindset to be a loser.
Right.
You know, some guys are, you know, poor losers. I'm not. It's a learning experience. Like, you have to go out there and be willing to lose, you know. And it's just, you want to know that about yourself. Is like how you're going to cope with that is like, oh, if I lose, like, am I just going to give up, or am I going to keep going? Okay.
Are you professing your love to Jennifer right now? Is that on the public affair? Is that what you're doing? Is that what he's doing? That's what he's doing, right?
Hold on.
Can you confirm or deny?
I'm not denying anything.
Jennifer, stop. Let me get a taste first, and then I got you, all right? I'll let you know how it goes.
I really like her a lot. I liked her since the first day I met her.
Oh, right. Yeah, so that's basically a yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
She is truly a great friend to me, and I love.
You never asked her on a date?
No, not yet.
Jennifer, girl, you better get it. All right, if you don't, girl, here's what we're gonna do, Jonathan. All right, this man has overcome a lot in his life, and now I'm a little tipsy. All right, I don't care anymore. You know what? He's overcome a lot in his life, and if you don't do anything, Jennifer, I'm in. All right, I'm about to take it. All right, and then I'm gonna make sure I post with him every single day, so she knows. Yeah, okay, no, that's what we're doing. All right,
oh man,
and I guarantee you, take her to Cheesecake Factory by next week, by the weekend after this episode comes out. All right, but if you had a drink, I would cheers with you right now.
she's pretty busy busy with her life, you know, and stuff like that. She's a fighter. She also coaches.
Okay, Jennifer, don't be coming over kicking my ass now. All right, I don't want. Okay.
Yeah, and the crazy thing, like I said, is just with her. She's a very awesome person, man. She believes in you even when you don't believe in yourself.
Okay, I got you.
You know, so like I said, it was one of those moments where she sat down and talked to me. I was getting ready for another match, and she was like, "You got this."
It just meant a lot to you that she was the one that came. Okay, got you.
It truly did, because not only that, I already liked her because we've met in the past. We met at a fight, and we actually met at Haley's fight. I kid you not.
So great.
I kid you not.
I love having a show.
I kid you not, man. Basically, I was going to go see Haley fight. Haley moved up in weight to 135. And she had a big fight coming up.
Right.
And, you know, obviously there was a couple other people I wanted to see fight and everything. We were all out there supporting. And then she was like, well, hey, I'm going to be up here. I was like, wait, what? For real? Oh, wow. Man, okay. I can't.
So now you for sure have to go.
I left work early, quick, fast, and hurry.
I don't know.
I was like, I'm out of here, man. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, it was just like I was walking in. She sent me a picture that where she was.
Okay.
And it was like, you know, she sent me a picture that there's the entrance, the metal detector.
Okay, got you.
And it's like, I kid you not, dude. It's like it was like a movie scene. Like I'm putting all my stuff in this little bracket so they can make sure I got no weapons or nothing like that.
Okay.
And she's standing like all cute and stuff.
Right.
And she's like looking for me. And it's like, I kid you not, like a little beam of light, like dead ass, like hit her.
You know what it sounds like this episode is, right? Like it sounds like we're in a fucking movie. Okay.
Hey, that's what it felt like, dude.
It is. He's
you know,
using this episode to profess his love to Jennifer, all right? I had questions about your fighting, damn it.
I mean, we gonna get to that, bro. I'm sorry.
Now I know why you wanted to come on the public affairs so bad.
Nah, man. That ain't the reason why, man.
I'm sorry.
Nah, but yeah, it was just, like I said, I mean, we were very cool. You know, we're very good friends. I go up there every once in a while to go train with her and stuff.
For sure.
But yeah, man, you know, she's always got something very inspirational to tell me. Like, hey, don't settle.
Okay.
Keep going, keep growing. Like, you know, you're moving. You know, she's always noticing things. You know, she'll even like if she's watching some of my videos, she's like, hey, you're moving a lot.
Oh, she watches your videos?
Yeah. And she was like, hey, you're moving a lot better. You know, and
I'm sure you are, Jonathan. I've seen them videos too. I'm trying to get in that position as well.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, like I said, man, it was just it was very good to have somebody like that support me.
That's good.
It really meant a lot, because I mean, at the time, I'm dealing with a lot, man. You know, my mom was fighting for her life in the hospital at the time.
She's good now. Is she good?
My mom is okay. She's
okay.
She's still dealing with some stuff, but my mom. That's one thing I love about my mom too, is like seeing my mom be as strong as she is.
Shout out to the mom. Yeah, good for you.
Love you, mom.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just
here's another good question: is any of your stepdads hot? And that maybe I can take.
God,
since you want to be out of the market and shit, right? Like, fuck.
Oh man, I can't answer that, man.
Okay, just let them slide in my DMs. You know what, Jonathan? Well, first of all, I really, I really want to thank you so much for really, really breaking down the walls for us and talking to us a little bit about you. And it sounds like this Jennifer girl really shines the light in your life. Okay?
It does, and
yeah, you know, no pressure, Jennifer. Just saying.
You know, and I've noticed that, you know, like I said, with her, and it's not just her. You know, I met a lot of people in this journey.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and name a few others. Shout out to Storm MMA out in Temple too. You know, my boy Alonzo, Jesse, Marquise, and all them. I've always wanted to learn from a lot of people.
Right.
You know, like, hey man, what does it take to be a pro?
Okay.
Like, you know, I learned from all my teammates here at Blitz. You know, they all have something awesome to bring to the table, but it's like, I want all the information.
For sure.
I want to be a true hybrid. Like, I want to take all your technique, and just put it into one.
It.
And just be a beast. You know?
I got you. You know, I really want to get into your MMA fighting, and that was part of the reason why. Like, I would say about 80% of the reason, besides the 20% that you're fine as fuck, is that I really, and thank you for like really taking this. I love it when you guys come on this show and just let me do me. I really fucking love it. Thank you. Okay.
Hey man, I ain't judging, man.
I love it,
man. It's a free world at the end of the day. We can't live in no hatred, man.
Let me help you out real quick too, Jennifer. If you don't slide in them DMs, I'm gonna be in them DMs. All right, girl. And if you don't take this man for what he's worth, I am. Okay. And this wouldn't be the first time I took a man from some girl. All right. Anyway, going on. Okay, so I want to talk to you about the MMA. Okay, that was what really attracted me to you, was because my last MMA fighter was episode 8, and I really do want to give another shout out to Armando Villarreal. We haven't really spoken too much since then, but Armando, if you're watching this, shout out to you, bro, and I love you, and I hope all is well.
Shout out to Armando.
Nothing negative. I'm so busy. He's busy. You know what I mean? So why the decision to whoop people's ass? Would you say a lot of it is a way to channel your anger from your youth, or was it just like, I'm gonna do this as a hobby and it's gonna turn pro? Or talk to me a little bit about the starts of your MMA.
It's a bit of all of that, dude.
Okay.
Like, I will say one thing is that back in 2019, I got out of a bad toxic relationship. Things didn't go well.
See what I'm talking about?
And believe it or not, to everybody, because I was gone for a while. I didn't post anything. I stayed hidden. I was 264 pounds.
Wow, really?
I was out here built like a damn lawnmower mechanic.
Right. Hey, I used to be that much too, though.
Hey, man,
I know what it feels like.
It was a lot. So
absolutely.
I will say one person who definitely saved my life is my best friend since 6th grade, and he's actually my cousin, Joshua Panda Zerazua.
Panda Zanzura? Is his last name?
Zerazua.
Zerazua? Is he hot?
I'm not gonna call that man hot.
I'm sorry.
Hey, he jokes around like that too.
Oh, wait, Panda is his first name?
No, it's Joshua.
But
everybody, we call him Panda.
I'm friends with him on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's how I know that name. I'm gonna scope you out. Anyway,
yeah, man. I was going through a dark time, and
got you.
He noticed that. He was like, hey, man, we used to talk about this actually in high school. That what if we didn't make it in football or something? Maybe we could be boxers or MMA fighters. Because we were watching that stuff in high school, obviously, but it was kind of like a last resort type of thing. And he was like, nah, first we gotta get you in shape, man. I hate seeing you like this.
Okay, all big and lumpy.
Yeah.
And
I ain't even gonna lie, I hated him for like the first few months, dude, because I was out there dying. Like,
oh yeah, it's hard.
Because I gave up on football.
Absolutely.
Things went south. So I gained a lot of weight. It was terrible. We were training in his hot ass garage. them summers right there was.
Were you shirtless?
No. I was so insecure. I still kind of am, but hey.
Hey, you know what? To this day, I don't take my shirt off either, though, unless I'm fucking. Yeah, I don't. I've lost all this weight and I look fucking snatched, right? And you can see my belt buckle, but unless I'm fucking, I don't take off none of my clothes. I don't. I don't walk around shirtless. I don't understand how men do that. I just.
Oh God!
I still got a nice little cup you can grab.
Oh
I'm
man.
Sorry. This is about you, Jonathan, not about me.
Nah, you good, bro.
Yeah, Jonathan, I'm sorry. It's because I really did get some last night, so I'm really happy. But anyway, it's been 2 months. Anyway,
hey, it's cool, man. Yeah. It's cool, man. Hey, this is your show, man.
No, this is all about you. This is your episode.
The energy is fun, bro.
Welcome to the public affair.
Oh man, for real. Shout out to the public affair, for real, man. This is awesome. Yeah. But yeah, so I actually put a big ass crater in his garage wall.
Oh wow,
dude! Like we were doing the chair like little stance on against the wall, doing the strength. Dude, my legs were dying. Like they were cramping up, and then
is it the handstand against the wall? Yeah. Okay.
And like I fell back and put a damn crater in his wall, and then when I look at it, I'm like, damn, I did that.
Did you fix it?
No.
Damn it, Jonathan.
I'm sorry. I told him one day, I was like, man, one day we're gonna get that thing fixed.
Okay, got you. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
But yeah,
so he's getting you in shape. I'm sorry, we're getting off topic over here. Okay, yeah, he's getting you in shape, and he's like, we're gonna start kicking ass.
He already had been at Blitz for at least maybe almost a year.
Yeah.
So he was like, hey, well, look, what I'm gonna do is everything. I'm gonna note everything. Okay. Everything that we did, I'm gonna bring it home. And this is where for real, he's for real. Yeah. He just got through doing a whole workout with them.
Oh, okay.
And he does the same workout with me in the garage.
Like right after.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
So we're in there. I'm like, damn, like I'm so used to fucking swinging wild and trying to land one shot.
Yeah.
But I'm learning how to really hit pads and, learn how to kick and, try to be as flexible as possible. It's like you can't play fight. This is not play fighting. This is learning to really, truly be a martial artist. And, he was like, well, hey, look, you need to get your paper right, so you can join me in there. Okay. So I tried the free day trial.
Oh, okay.
I went in there. Oh my God, I was tired, man. It was but it was fun. I enjoyed. I was like, man, it's so awesome in here. It's
good,
I like the energy.
For sure.
And then after that, about a month later, You know, I got my money right, got my schedule right. I joined Blitz.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. First day though, man, I took a crazy ass body shot.
Did you really?
Oh my God.
Was it some man?
It was my teammate Eduardo Guzman.
He sounds
the
hot.
Yellow Ranger, man.
Yeah. He's the Yellow Ranger?
Yeah, the Yellow Ranger.
Like a Power Ranger?
Well, yeah, he calls himself the Yellow Ranger, like the Power Ranger. So he's awesome, dude.
What's his name again?
Eduardo Guzman.
Eduardo?
Yeah. That's actually that's Dez's boyfriend.
Oh, hey, no, never mind. No, okay. Never mind. Yeah, I don't want two people trying to whoop my ass. Hey, Eduardo, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So when they were like, you know, hey, do you want to spar? You know, I was like, hell yeah, man. I got to get the experience somehow. Okay. And then they were like, you don't have to. This is your first day. I was like, no, I need the experience.
You wanted to jump right into it.
Yeah, I wanted to jump right into it.
Got you.
I was like, you know, and I didn't know anything. I threw just 1-2s, you know, jab cross, you know. He hit me with a body shot to the liver. Oh, my God. I fell to my knee. And I was in so much pain, and all I could hear.
Did he say sorry?
Yeah. No, he was. It was just.
You know I don't fight, right? I got my ass whooped that one time, and I just do not fight. Like I just don't. I've always said that.
It was crazy, dude. And then all I can hear is Coach Jake. Shout out to Coach Jake.
Okay.
He was like, "Oh man, down," and they was like, "You need a break." I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm good."
You were trying to be gangster.
I really tried to tough it out, and I did. And I came back just swinging with everything I had, and you know, Ed was like, "Hey, man, that was awesome, dude. Like." You did not quit. You got up.
Oh, so he gave you your props.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And at that moment, I was like, I can do this, man. Like, I really can. Like, you know, and Ed is somebody I'm learning from as well.
Shout out Eduardo.
He's a very humble dude, man. He's awesome.
You know what? I would love to have him and Desiree on the show.
Hey, man.
I bet they get in fist fights. With all due respectfully, but like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't argue. I'm gonna fucking punch you in your face,
bitch. Those two right there are very awesome.
And she's so hot. Desiree's hot as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, that bitch is hot. I think she is so fine. Yeah.
Hey,
she is. I'm sure her man is fine too.
I've got to work with them. They have their landscaping business, man.
Oh, okay.
They're very awesome. Like to go out there and help out. You know, like I said, I've learned a lot from them. So it's like I'm willing to help them out. You know, whenever they need help. Because Des was actually getting ready for a fight one time. And you know, Ed was like, "Hey, you want to make a little money?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure." He was like, "What you need?" You know, I was like, "Shoes, you want me to help you cut some grass, whatever?"
Oh, okay.
I'm willing to help because y'all help me. So I'm like, no, I want to go.
So you're just like a little family, if you will.
Yeah, okay. I love them, man. You know,
good.
And they're all gonna be always tough on me.
For sure.
Because right now I'm going through that stage of still dropping a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I have like another 20 pounds to go until I reach the goal that my coach gave me.
Okay.
He was like, "Hey, get to 170 and we'll talk business."
Okay, so I'm really happy that you did that because that leads me to my next point. You know, I love having a young guy or a young person, if you will, on this show that's on the come up, okay? You know, there's no rhyme or reason why I invite people on this show. It's just because, you know? And so you are on the come up in MMA, all right? You're young, you were probably hot-headed. How do you separate being hot-headed, excuse me, and I'm going to whoop your ass in this ring to keeping it strictly as a sport? You know what I mean?
Well,
like showing good sportsmanship, if you will.
Well, that's the thing though too, is that, you know, I've learned one thing about it was, what was it? It was one of the days that I got to spar officially with the team. You know, my cousin Panda was like, "Hey, as hard as you throw, they're gonna throw the same way."
Right, for sure.
So choose your power wisely. So, and we have a lot of guys who. They got some power to knock you on your ass.
What's up?
You know, I mean, obviously Mondo is definitely, Mondo is 0 to 100 real quick.
He's so ripped too. Dude, that guy, Jesus.
Literally, he doesn't have a round where it's like, "Oh, well, I'm going to take it easy." No, he's coming at you 100%.
Yeah, I've seen his fights. He's ferocious.
You know, because I wanted to spar with him when he came back after one of his fights. He had messed up his elbow.
Okay.
And it was exciting for me. I was like, "No, I got to spar with Mondo like 3 times."
Yeah.
I got to. I got to get these rounds. I got to learn from him.
Okay.
You know. Oh yeah, man. Bloody nose.
Yeah.
You know, I bruised face, like scrapes. You know. He gave, but I fought back. You know, I was like, "Nah, dude." Like
you held your ground.
Yeah, I held my ground. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I'm learning from these guys.
Yeah.
I gotta know what it feels like to get hit, and not be scared to get hit. Like you gotta be willing to get hit sometimes. Because
I would pussy out like the first fight. I would. I can't. You can't punch me in the face. I can't have no black eye.
And then another one, which is one of my favorite characters in there, man. It's Superfly. His name is Eric Owens. He's the craziest dude in there. He's a little bit taller than me.
Okay.
Dude's hands are like twice my size.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Bro, you're not even that tall." But
I got you.
But he's got like crazy power. Like I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna get some too, bro. Like, but hey, he hit me quite a few times, and I was like, shit. I was like, all right, you know what? I can still hold it though, you know. And I was fighting back, you know. And the same thing with everybody else, you know. It's just like Haley hits hard, Dez hits hard, you know. I remember how many times like Haley has kicked me in my leg, and I'm like, damn, like,
wow. Okay, yeah, she's ripped too, though. Haley, goddamn, man.
Haley is awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's, you know, and
we did get to message for a little bit. She's sweet. Yeah, like I said, she agreed to come on the show. They're just really busy.
Yeah, man. I mean, they all are, man. They all, we all have, you know, jobs outside of, out of training and stuff like that.
Right.
What else was it? Like Haley, man, she's a lefty.
Got you.
Dude, like she can shake you with some shit and then pop. It's like, oh damn, like hold on, I wasn't ready for that. But I remember my very first MMA practice. You know, it got real. You know, Haley was like, fresh legs. I'm like, what does that mean? Oh, everybody was chopping my leg down. Okay. I kid you not. My whole leg up here was like all purple.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and my inside of my leg. So I tried to change stances. That didn't help. I was like, damn, like, you know, then everybody was joking around. So you want to be a fighter? I'm like, I was like, yeah. But it was just like, wow, like this, I still like it though. Like it didn't scare me at all.
You know, I talked to Armando about this a little bit, and a lot of the athletes that I've found in the show, and you know, we do have to wrap up in a little bit, but you know, just in a little bit. Okay. And so, cock strong. Are you familiar with that term?
Yes, I'm familiar with it.
So can you not F because you're training?
I wouldn't say that. Like,
are you effing?
Right now, I mean, no. Dude, I have not even been paying attention to that at all. I kid you not.
Neither. Yeah.
But I mean,
because they say that if you F while you're training, then it like releases all this adrenaline and energy and stuff, so it really affects your performance in the ring. And I talked to Armando Villarreal about it, you know, and we talked briefly about his experience with the, you know, that being cock strong and stuff. So I was wondering what your experience is. I mean, because you're young, you're amateur, you know what I mean, and so you know you probably really want to F all the time. And so how do you really just discipline yourself to say, okay, I can't F because I have to stay strong and compete with these people?
Well, I mean, first of all, I mean, I'm single, so I don't do anything. Yeah. I really don't. I don't do anything at all. Like me, I meditate.
Oh, really?
My roommates got me into that.
Really?
I meditate.
So is meditating like, does that cancel, like you do that in lieu of not effing?
Yeah. Because I'm like I said, I'm saving.
Count me out. No, count me out. I can't. I'm not meditating for shit. No, I need it.
Trust me, it's tough for me. Because
I'm sure it's cute, but
it's tough for me, dude. Like like I mean,
because you're a young man. Listen, he's a young man. He wants to F all the time. That's what these guys want to do. You know what I mean? When I was 28, all I wanted to do was F. And so I wonder, you as an athlete, you know what I mean? And you know, do you think that this is going to affect your performance in the future as a young and upcoming MMA fighter?
I don't think so at all.
Oh, perfect.
I feel like
because you meditate.
It's a mind thing too. It's just like, because I mean, okay, so there's that other thing is like people are like, hey, like sex is not everything. You know, people like I like intimacy. Also.
I disagree.
But I like both, bro. Like I do, but it's just right now, you know, I'm in that moment to where it's like you're
just focused on the fighting.
Yes, because I've had a lot that came up these past few months. It's like it's now or never. Like if I don't do anything, like this is my year. I know people say, hey, you know, like every year is my year. Like, no, I've never said that. No, like this year, as many as a lot of things that I had to go through, and a lot of people have told me certain things. Is like, hey, this is your year.
Okay.
You know, and then everybody tells me, because I've always tried to jump into relationships. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like,
when you're saying this is your year, you're talking about to be the pro MMA fighter that we all.
Well, you got to go through the amateur part first.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it's like I want to be in the cage by the end of the year.
Okay, gotcha.
Like I've had like a Muay Thai fight, you know, and stuff like that. It was fun.
You know, and that's why I had you on the show, because I feel like if you sound like the kind of guy to me that's consistent and that is really grounded and that is really focused. So I can't wait to see where you're going to be at in 2 years or in a year from now. You know what I mean? And we're going to be like, remember that guy that was on the show that we didn't think was going to be a pro MMA fighter? Look at him now, getting whooping ass in the ring.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sure.
I'm excited for you.
That's the plan.
I just feel bad for you having to be cock strong. That's all. So instead of having sex, you meditate, right? I'll try that. Okay.
Yeah, but you really have to focus on it, because it's like it's all right. I'm not even gonna lie, man. You know, in Waco, it's terrible. It's so easy to go out there and be a hoe.
I disagree.
No, it is.
Okay, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It is.
Yeah, see, yeah.
I was trying to be like amicable here. Okay, bro.
Oh man,
you know what? Yeah,
it's just one of them things. Is like I choose not to do. It's like
well, and he's trying to get with Jennifer, right? The Muay Thai fighter. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not like I hope. Listen, if she doesn't fucking get what you after this episode, I'm gonna be pissed off because I have to pay for this shit. Right? Listen, Jonathan, we do have to wrap up here, but you know what, man? I want to get to know a little bit. Like, so what are you doing in your personal life right now? So you're training hard as fuck to be an MMA fighter. You want to go pro. You're in the amateur process right now, correct? Like you're just you're beginning.
I'm in the beginning of trying to fully have discipline on my weight.
Okay.
And then once that weight is disciplined and you're consistent with it, you know, because technically I'm supposed to be walking around at like 155, 160 pounds because of my height. And so
like all you can eat is wheatgrass and twigs. Like that's it.
Nah, you can, like my coach says it is red meat, man. Steak, you know, eat some eggs, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then obviously eat your greens. Yeah. So it's like you have to discipline yourself. It's discipline, because it's so hard, like, you know, for people to go out there and be like, man, that gets boring. Keep consistently eating this, but I can go eat Whataburger or something, but or like Wingstop or something. But
I miss, just to put it out, I miss like fucking Wendy's. You know what I mean? I miss a good old Baconator with fucking fries. Like I do. I don't eat like that no more neither though, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've cut that out.
Yeah, that's hard.
It is, man, because it's like your money just be burning.
But I ain't cutting out sex. I'm sorry. No, okay, but like it's a personal life. So what are you doing when you're not training to be an MMA fighter? Like how are you keeping yourself disciplined and stuff like that?
I just try to keep myself busy.
Okay.
So I read a couple books. I watch a lot of anime.
Okay.
You know, obviously.
Oh, you got the Naruto shit on and stuff like that. Okay.
I watch a lot of anime.
Yeah.
You know, every once in a while I try to, you know, hang out with my mom or, you know, hang out. Obviously I have my job too.
Right.
You know, I hang out with my grandparents most of the time whenever I'm free. Or, you know, every once in a while a couple of the teammates will want to hang out. Like, hey, let's go get some ice cream, or like we'll go to the boba shop.
That's good for your weight. Some good old ice cream, right?
Ain't nothing wrong with ice cream every once in a while.
And you're working at you're training at Blitz. Is that correct?
Yes,
Where's
sir.
Blitz located? I've never heard of it.
It's out in Robinson. It's across from the new Walmart off of the highway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like on the other
that's
side.
by the house.
Yeah, there's there's like a McDonald's, like there's a truck stop.
I live right around the corner.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come watch you guys train.
Yeah,
that's where I can catch Desiree and Haley. Girls, I'm coming after you. What's up?
Yeah. I mean, other than that, man, it's just like I just try to, you know, keep myself busy, and it's also from the mental thing too.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like you never know like what you're gonna go through the next day.
No, I understand.
So.
Listen, I wish you the best of luck with all your endeavors in MMA. I hope that you really do become the pro that I believe that you can be. That's why I invited you on the show. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And plus, he's cute. You know what I mean? Jennifer, girl. Now, the outcome of this episode is, of course, that we want you to get with Jennifer. That's what obviously this turned into. Okay?
Y'all want me to be a pro fighter. That's what I'm trying to
I want you to be a pro fighter too, but I'm just telling you, if this chick don't fucking watch this shit and then don't slide in them DMs, I'm gonna be really pissed off. Okay?
Nah, man. She's definitely the homie, man. And you know, hey, maybe one day if it happens, I'll be happy if it does. You know?
Okay. So. And then if not, will you continue to do what you're doing, or are you gonna go fall back? I don't want you to fall back into depression either.
Nah, man. Okay. Like, you know, it's just like I said, I speak a lot into the universe, man. And it's like I see things, you know, like I try to envision everything that's happening, whether it's the woman that you want, whether it's a fight career.
Oh, like you manifest.
Yeah.
No, I believe in that.
That's all I do, man. And obviously a lot of my confidence has built up because certain people have DM'd me a lot of things. Like a couple of friends are like, hey man, I just had a dream about you. Like you had a fight. It was like one of your big fights and you just hit a dude with a 1-2.
Oh.
And he was knocked out. I was like, bro, like I thought that same thing. And I was like,
I don't think you're weird for that.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. Because I manifested last night that I was going to get some D, and I did. And so I was really happy. You know what, Jonathan? We do have to wrap up, unfortunately. But, you know, I really appreciate you being on the show, and I wish you the best of luck in your MMA career. Is there anything that I'm leaving out? Is there anything else that you can leave us with? Is there any, like advice that you want to give to somebody watching this that was going through the same thing as you, that is really trying to pick up the pieces? A lot of people, unfortunately, are going through, like, a no-dad situation right now. You know what I mean? So...
I mean, mainly what I could say is man, just be pure to heart.
Yeah.
Don't allow the hate to take over.
For sure.
Continue to be yourself. Don't try to be nobody else you see on TV, blah, 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 this and that. Just truly be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, continue to progress in whatever it is you want to be. It doesn't matter if it's a fighter or a football player, fireman, whatever it is, a doctor or a damn teacher.
Yeah.
Continue to push yourself. Never give up. Times will get hard, but it's up to you to really be strong and pure in the heart, you know, and be strong in the mind and just push yourself. You know, things are going to be tough. You know, that's just life.
Yeah.
We always are going to go through obstacles, but God, doesn't obviously put us through those obstacles if he doesn't know that we're not going to get through them.
I agree. I agree with you. Yeah, for sure. Amen to that. And so am I leaving anything out, Jonathan? Was there anything that you wanted to talk about that I just like completely forgot because I was talking about being a slut for half the episode? Or
I mean, other than that, I mean, like I said, we didn't talk about the whole football thing, but
oh my God, no, you did have a failed football career. Yeah, no. Dive into that real quick. We got a little bit of time. Yeah, okay. Go ahead. Yeah, because this ultimately led to your MMA career. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Obviously, high school didn't work out. I'm not gonna talk down on my coaches because I feel like that's gonna come back on me.
Yeah, please don't.
I don't believe in that.
I'm not trying to get sued neither.
Well, it's not just that. It's just like that's just hate right there. Like,
for sure.
I'm not gonna feed that.
No, you're in a different headspace.
Yeah, of course. I had to go through that. Mm-hmm. In high school, I changed a lot. Okay. I changed myself, just so I can, become way better on the field.
Right.
Doing this, studying film, like, all right, I got to do this. I gotta do that.
For sure.
Or if somebody's leaving practice, I'm going to be the last one on the field. And I'm going to be running. I'm going to be the last one lifting.
Yeah.
Don't matter. I mean, like I said, I tore my ACL in high school, freshman year. Then I tore the other one my junior year.
Yeah.
And it sucked, and then a lot of people made fun of me for that. They said, wow. "Oh no, it's over. Like, you're done. Like, no, there's no such."
That's hard.
There's no such thing. So my senior year, I was in the best shape of my life.
Yeah,
literally, I was. My legs were like ripped. They were big, big calves.
They look great right now. I'm shooting my shot. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead. Before Jennifer comes along, go ahead.
Yeah, man. So, basically, it's just like, I didn't get to play my senior year.
Okay, got you.
They just slept on me.
And before the MMA, I'm so sorry that I left this part out. That's why I really wanted to give you a little bit more time. Before the MMA, your dream was to be a star of football.
Yeah, because we have a famous NFL player who came from our high school, and he's the greatest running back of all time.
What's his name?
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, LT. If you went to university and you played that position, that was a lot of pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
You had to, you wanted to fill those shoes.
Okay.
You wanted to be better than him.
Yeah, for sure.
So
you wanted to be like him. Like,
I wanted to be like him, but I was like, no, I want to exceed him.
Oh, I
want to be better.
Gotcha.
I went to his camps growing up, and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, just things didn't work out my senior year. I didn't get to play. Maybe I got a couple plays in. I made plays.
Right.
They were like, they would take me out right after, and I'm like, dude, what the hell, bro? I just made like a big play. Like,
for sure.
Like, I would get me a nice couple yards.
That means it means, yeah.
Yeah, it means a lot to me. Like, I'm like, dude, it's my shot. Like,
right,
I'm gonna make the best of it.
Okay.
So that didn't work out. I went to junior college.
Okay.
I tried to walk on over there. And believe it or not, I hate it when people say this. When you don't make it, they assume you suck. It's just, I don't feel like it was ever that, because I know I had skills. Like, people saw it, but it's just like, you can't control what colleges or high schools want. It's not about what you want. It's what they're trying to get.
Absolutely.
Our coaches, their job was to take University High School to the playoffs so they can get a better job.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and they did that.
Well, it's all politics at the end of the day.
Yeah, pretty much. It doesn't matter.
Don't get me started, Jonathan, please.
But yeah, so I mean, I went to college. I tried to walk on. At Navarro Junior College. It was the best program at the moment. So it was just like I got to train, with the coaches and a bunch of guys who were, trying to make the team.
Yeah.
I finally went to that last week of like trying to train, with them, and I did good. I was like, man, hell yeah, dude. I didn't drop a ball. My feet, my footwork.
You were going hard.
Yeah, and the running back coach tells me, he was like, yeah, you're not gonna be a good fit for my offense. Like, you're too small.
Oh, because your height.
Yeah. It was like, you're about $175. I need you at 190, but you got to keep the speed that you're at, or you got to be stronger.
Wow. That all makes sense. Oh my God, I'm so sorry we skipped this part. Yeah, everything is falling into play now. Okay.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
And he was like, if you can make that happen, then then maybe you can make it somewhere else. It's
almost as if you're not like good enough. Like, you can't help how tall you are.
They never even gave me a shot to even show.
Okay, gotcha.
So it was just like, like, wow, so that's like that.
Do you think that, do you think all that happened for a reason, though? Do you think maybe you weren't destined in this world to play football, like you were supposed to be that pro MMA fighter?
I mean, growing to now, I believe so.
Let me tell you something. 6 years ago, let me share this. 6 years ago, I thought I was going to be one of the biggest radio DJs. That didn't happen. I have a podcast now. That's all I gotta say.
Hey,
and it's doing way better and anything than ever the radio station gave me. So that's it.
One thing I will say about that is, like, hey, when one door closes, God opens another.
Opens another, exactly.
So, it's just like now. I mean, my coaches watch from high school. They
there you go.
Yeah, they're watching. They see what I'm doing, and it's like.
Do you ever want to get back into the football, or are you good with the MMA?
I'm good with where I'm at now.
Okay.
I don't want to reopen a wound. You know.
No,
because,
yeah, exactly.
You know, at the end of the day, it's just like it's a lot to football now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just no.
It's so crazy how shit like turns around, right? Like I don't know that I could do radio again because I have this. And same thing with you. I've seen your MMA videos. You're really, really talented. You're really, really great. Like aside all the jokes from all the like the sexual positions that it looks like, but like he's really talented, and I really think that you should stick with that. And you know what? It's so like it's just like chilling. I have chills right now because of what you just described to us. Like you in your mind thought you were going to be this pro NFL player, right? And then all of that was taken from you. And at the time you were like that. Sorry, I jumped all over the place. It makes sense. In your head, you're like, shit, this is what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now you're going to be, like, mark my words, in a few years, we're going to see him as a pro MMA fighter.
I give you my word.
And if I don't see you in 3 years as a pro MMA fighter, I'm going to fuck you up.
Okay? You know what? I really want people to see that because it's like, hey, I'm not gonna let nobody down because I was always tired of being, you know, the guy who nobody, you know, believed in.
Like you were overlooked a lot.
Yeah, I was. And
do you think you get a lot of support from your peers?
I do, but it's not a lot, and the amazing reason why is because it's like everybody is just only focused on one thing. There's one job that my coach gave me, and everybody's not gonna pay attention to all this other stuff. Like, oh yeah, he's winning tournaments. He's get to that weight, and then we'll talk business.
Oh, got you.
That's all that matters in this sport is like you gotta be disciplined with your weight because if you're eating cheeseburgers and all this other crap, you're not gonna get nowhere.
Oh, and then you guys are right there by McDonald's too. Shit. Jonathan, let me tell you something. I'm giving you 3 years, okay? I'm giving you 3, which is ample time. If I don't see you as a pro MMA fighter in 3 years, I'm gonna DDT you, okay? Like fucking Triple H from WWF, all right? Don't fuck with me.
Straight Batista bomb.
Yes. All right, well, Jonathan, thank you so much for coming on to share your story. Unfortunately, we do have to really wrap up. Okay, but, I really wish you the best of luck in your career. I took the opportunity to watch your highlights on social media and stuff. You know, is there any an Instagram or anything or Facebook that you want the listeners to see you on to kind of follow you and stuff?
I mean, the chosen one, Ochoa MMA, is on Instagram. I just feel like I'm the chosen one, man. You know, but I mean, you can follow me on Instagram.
What is it at? What?
I just changed it, actually.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Listen, what's side piece? Jennifer, I'll make sure there's no side piece on the phone. Yeah.
Nah, man, I don't have nothing
How are you going to change it, like, not be ready? Okay.
It's Ocho _ chosen one MMA.
Okay, got you.
So that's what I changed it to.
So we can watch all your highlights on there, okay? Yeah. Go watch his highlights, you guys. It's really hot, but he's also very talented. Again, I'm giving you 3 years. If I don't see you in 3 years in a fucking UFC fight and I'm not paying for that pay-per-view, I'm going to really punch you in your face. Okay?
I give y'all my word, man.
And it's not going to hurt, but I'm going to punch you in your face. Okay? All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of The Public Affair. To Jonathan Ochoa, thank you so much for coming on to this episode. I'm so sorry that we have to wrap up right now, but thank you for being so, like, candid with us. And shout out to Jennifer. What's her last name again?
Chandavon.
Jennifer, if you don't slide in the DMs, girl, I'm telling you, he's cute. Yeah, look at him, fucking snack. Thank you guys again so much for watching this episode of The Public Affair. Before we go, I definitely want to encourage you to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you guys again so much for the support. Before we go, I want to give a shout out to a few more of our sponsors of this show. This episode is brought to you by Soko Soccer Academy with Dominic and Ariana Gutierrez, where I lost the majority of my weight. Girl, they ain't playing. I said girl, guy. Okay, they're located at 3304 Franklin Drive. They offer team, small group, and individual skill training. They also have elite skills training to make your kid a superb star athlete. Dominic, now if I know anything about his discipline and his drive, he's going to make sure your kids are in shape and truly disciplined, okay? Open play on Mondays and Wednesdays, 16 and older at 8:30 p.m. with Morrow, aka Silly. I call him Silly Benz. He's a little Silly Benz, all right? And it's only $5 to play. Follow on Facebook at Soko Soccer Academy and on Instagram at Soko Soccer 254. To Dominic and Ariana, thank you guys so much for being longtime sponsors of The Public Affair. To Sonia's event planning and rentals with Sonia Childers. She's an event planner that specializes in wedding, quinceañeras, baby showers, corporate events, and more. She's appointments only because, you know, she be booked and busy, so don't be playing around, all right? So take the stress off of planning your event off your shoulders. Reach her reach out to her to schedule a consultation at childers1994@yahoo.com or call the number on the screen to Sonia Childers. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Pollo Box and Audio, my boy Jeffrey Monreal, home for all your LED needs and auto accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. And he also specializes in building custom subwoofer enclosures and much more. Your one-stop shop to get everything done in one roof. He's made my car look super snackish. Like, I'm not going to tell you what we did in that car, but he's definitely made it look super awesome. I got to turn the lights off at night, all right? So it's Jeffrey Monreal. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, I can't go on without thanking Junior Banda with Fatboy Michelada and Botana, who provides the best Michelada and Botana plates for yourself or for our party. He's constantly working on new menu items. That guy is on a mission, and it's so delicious. He has a menu of a ton of different items, including Botana bowls, chamoy, pickles, and more, locally operated. So make sure you get the best and not the rest. Follow on Facebook and Instagram at Fatboy Michelada y Botana and place your order now. To Junior Banda, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Again, to you guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I'm really, really happy that I got to do this, and I'm really happy that I got to meet you, Jonathan. I'm honored that you came on. I've got more of The Public Affair on the way, so make sure you guys stay tuned. And don't forget, darling, to always keep it between us.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.
Are you a podcaster? Let's talk podcast hosting. Are you tired of your current podcast host? Need real support in a community that gets it? At Rogue Media Network, we offer top-tier podcast hosting services to help you thrive. From hosting and distribution to dedicated support, we've got you covered. Starting as low as $25 a month. Join our community of passionate podcasters today. Contact us at hello@roguemedianetwork.com.